They will answer you with screams. Call you evil. A monster.
Almost home free. Adler!
Take a stand.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm Kal.
And I'm Ghost.
And today we're going through weekly roundup, letting you guys know, giving you all the details and briefings on the major news that happened throughout this week. So,
all of it.
Let's go ahead and get started. Assassin's Creed Shadows is now up to 3 million players within 7 days of launch. The game hit 2 million players by day 2, outperforming Origins and Odyssey launches. It has achieved the second highest day 1 sales revenue in franchise history behind Valhalla, which is another one that I actually like. They definitely needed this. They needed a really big win. This has marked Ubisoft's biggest day 1 launch ever on the PlayStation Store. Over 40 million hours have been played since launch.
God damn.
As you know, Ubisoft is still under major pressure, following flops, layoffs, and the failure of Star Wars Outlaws, which I've heard devs are still trying to work on and get it up to snuff. But yeah, good on Ubisoft for finally delivering a banger, because it's well done. This actually feels like a AAA project, and it's polished. It looks phenomenal. It plays phenomenal. It is worth getting the subscription, or it is actually worth the $70 or the $60 if you buy on Steam. I think I don't know.
Yeah, you didn't buy it. That's crazy.
Excuse me. Why would I do that?
You didn't buy it through that.
I'm smart with my money,
Frugal?
sir.
Okay. That man said I'm gonna get
We
all
can use that
$18
word.
worth. I don't care, man. I need Ubisoft to get a win out of this, because I need them to keep developing The Division. So I'll take the win.
And said, please use all this to make Division.
All of
3.
it. All of it. I need you to get all the success.
Sticking within the vein of Ubisoft, they have now formed a subsidiary for Assassin's Creed Far Cry and Rainbow Six Siege. We talked about this last week, I believe, when I was telling you they were thinking about doing something like this. But now looks like everything is going forward with a 1.25 billion Tencent investment.
Okay.
Oh, good God. This subsidiary is valued at 4.3 billion and will be based in France, with Tencent owning a 25% stake. It says it aims to create evergreen multi-platform game ecosystems with stronger solo stories, faster multiplayer updates, free-to-play access points, and more social features. So I'm not really
promising.
It does, and I'm wondering, is this like a place where they are just that's all that it focuses on? Like, probably. Is this going to be? This is like these are like their diamonds, and then like this one place is just about maintaining and creating more of these. I'm just interested in what this looks like once everything goes up. Ubisoft will also.
They're going to be. Well, they're going to continue to make Assassin's Creed. I mean, that's definitely going to be it. And it's just a matter of what they're going to do to expand on Rainbow Six, because the cult following there is ridiculous.
One thing, as much as we complain about Ubisoft, they do continue the support of their games for a very long time.
Yes.
Think about For Honor and how long ago that came out, and they are still supporting that game.
They're still supporting The Division 1.
What?
Yeah, they're still having support for the first Division game. They're still running league. They just revamped, if I remember correctly, like weekly leagues. They just did an update for them, I believe, if I heard that correctly.
Crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're still doing stuff for them.
Oh, here we go. The subsidiary will include dev teams from Montreal, Quebec. Those are the ones that do Siege, Assassin's Creed, stuff like that. Sherbrooke, I guess. Sherbrooke. I have no idea how to pronounce this. I will put the rest of these on screen.
Yeah,
but they got Barcelona and Sofia. It'll cover back catalog titles and new games in development for the three key franchises.
Okay.
No new layoffs were announced with this change, so that's something. That's something to applaud. But this transaction is expected to close by the end of 2025. But like I said, Ubisoft needed a big win. This game has reminded me of what Ubisoft used to be back in the day. When I used to see their symbol pop up, I knew I was getting a great game. It kind of dwindled after a few years.
It was tough. It's been tough.
Right. That symbol eventually became a cry for help. But I'm glad that they found their roots and we're back to where we're supposed to be. For right now, anyway. But moving along, Verdansk is back in Call of Duty with a limited time mode, exclusive rewards, and a free Black Ops 6 trial. I believe Ghost, you mentioned this last week about Verdansk coming back to Warzone, or the map coming back for Warzone. And if this map does not succeed, they don't get the players that they want, you cannot expect a Warzone 3, which is insane to me. But anyway,
and you know what? Maybe they need to do that.
Maybe it's a chance to go back to the drawing board, make something better.
Yeah.
But Warzone is a powerhouse.
There's going to be a Warzone 3.
I was about to say, it's going to be a Warzone 3.
There's no way they're going to take $1 billion hit. Be like, I just shrugged that off. Crazy.
Yeah, ain't no way. Let me get into my notes here. Activision, Treyarch, and Raven Software have announced a limited time return to Verdansk event starting April 3rd through April 15th. The event celebrates the original Warzone map with 12 zones, safes to crack, and exclusive rewards including emotes, sprays, finishing moves, and a rare operator skin. Collecting all 12 safe rewards unlocks the Kali Stick's melee weapon.
Okay.
Yes, that is a lot of things to unlock for a singular reward, but okay.
It's not like those are one-hitter quitter moves or weapons too. Telling you what, if I got to go through that much, yep, that better be one
knock
shot
to the forehead, you're done.
Yep, I want to hear a freaking hollow noise. Boop.
Players will also receive 6 free login rewards. A Kilo 141, don't know what that is. I'll just put it up on screen if I can find it. Domino, Milsim, USEF, Blue Legacy Contrail, Coming Home Parachute, and Like We Never Left Gun Screen. There's a 24-hour free trial. Starts April 2nd at 9 a.m. for full access to Black Ops 6 zombies and multiplayer content. So if you wanted to take a crack at the game for 24 hours, there's your chance.
All right.
Warzone servers will be down April 2nd through the 3rd to swap out Urzikstan for Verdansk. The Verdansk map returns with locations like Atlas, Superstore, Stadium, and Gora Dam. So, but
I will tell you
long...
this.
Go ahead.
Do you know what the Kilo is? Do you remember that gun I used to shoot that had blue tracer rounds?
Oh yeah.
The Kilo 141. It's that.
Oh okay.
Oh my bad. I
That's not
you.
it. No, I'm just gonna say, like, how long is this nostalgia gonna keep the player base there? Because that's what they're banking on, right? Like, this is one of their most popular maps. So how long is this going to keep players there? And plus, how long are these players going to keep, like, dealing with their multiplayer and how broken everything is?
I just want them to unite and just say no more.
And
like,
get off the game.
Get something
Go
better?
Play something
Can we just get something better, please?
Battlefield, this is your chance. Like, and multiplayer has gotten so bad in COD that there's this, I don't know if you know this other YouTuber called Exclusive Ace. But I follow him a lot when it comes to he does Call of Duty. That's all he does. But his recent video was talking about, multiplayer and the state of it, but he also said he will probably start looking at other FPS or shooters to play. And then he mentioned Battlefield, and I'm like, if call it like this, his channel is basically dedicated to nothing but COD. And if you lose that YouTuber to Battlefield, what does that say about your game? Because some people base their whole channel around a singular game because they love it so much.
Mm-hmm.
But then when that YouTuber gets tired of the game, then they start, I don't know, doing fitness content. And like, what the hell happened?
Yep. But then again, I mean, I guess I don't know, maybe it's just me, but to solely have it just on Call of Duty, it's been such a powerhouse for so long. Like, did you really think it was going to go away anytime soon? You know what I mean?
Right.
So, like, I understand, like, the singularity of it, but also, that's a long time to just do Call of Duty.
It is. I personally could not play that game for that long. I did my 10 years. I'm done.
Yeah,
I'm
no.
done.
That's like Ninja playing, what was it, Fortnite? Like, at some point.
Right.
At some point, we got to do something different.
It gets to a point. Enzoi, the competitor to Sims, EA, better watch out. But anyway, they have removed de novo DRM from its game after player backlash. Concerns started to rise after the creative studio demo was found to include DRM or de novo. Players criticized de novo for potentially hurting performance, and it also limits modding. Director, producer Jun, these names are really irritating when I'm trying to read them, and like
sound
my
them
brain
out.
is trying. It's hard to sound out a word when it has a K and then a J. The hell is that? Which one is silent?
Both. It's the third letter you need to say.
Director, producer Kuhn confirmed the early access release will not include de novo. De novo was originally added to prevent piracy, but was removed after community feedback. So it's really good they are listening to the community. I like developers that listen to the community. Do not think you know better than your community. I promise you, you will always lose. Kuhn acknowledged the oversight in not informing players about the DRM during the demo period. Removing de novo enables greater customization and supports the game's moddable vision. Modding allows your game to stay popular for years down the road when you've already pulled support for it. It's just such a good way to get the community involved in your game, and you don't want to put up safeguards to prevent them from doing that. He also said that official Mod 2's Maya and Blender will be supported starting in May, with more expansion planned. As of now, Enzoi is now the most wishlisted game on Steam, surpassing Hollow Knight's Silksong. Early reviews have praised its realism and customization, calling it a strong alternative to Sims. Ghost, do you like any point-and-click games?
No, I don't.
Yeah, I figured you didn't.
No. Here's the thing. I played the original Sims when it came out. Yeah, I played the original Sims when it first came out, 2 decades ago, it seems like. But nothing like right now. I think that would be something I'd be into. It's just, it doesn't have enough dynamic play for me.
Yeah, that's the same way I feel. Like, I'm not really interested unless it's multiplayer. Even if it's multiplayer, I'm not sure I would enjoy that. I like a little bit of chaos, which is why I'm waiting for GTA. Like, if you're gonna have like a lifestyle, I need to be, running something, a business, a legal business. Something that's not supposed to be there. I need guns, violence. That's what I need. Also, another story I had with Enzoi is that players were surprised to discover you could run over children. But Good since God. Then, Crafton has confirmed a patch has removed the unintended bug, allowing players to run over children. My thing is,
that's crazy.
Is it not a life simulator? If they want to run over children, could you not let them? At some point, can we just allow these players to have, the agency to make these decisions themselves?
No. No. Because all they're doing is running over children, if that's what they're going to do.
They called the content highly inappropriate and then strengthening internal review processes. I don't know what they expected. This is the gaming community. This is what we do. We always test the limits of the game.
All the way.
Right, all the way. Got to see if it's allowed.
Freaking crazy.
The game has a teen rating, which surprised players when they found that they could kill NPCs, including children, via traffic. The ESRB listing mentions traffic accidents, but not the ability to run over characters. The feature triggered ragdoll physics and instant death, prompting community concern over the game's rating. GTA, which allows similar actions, obviously carries an M rating. It does not include children in gameplay. Thank God it does not. But yeah, people always got to push the limits. Just got to test it. I tell you what, some of them children in Skyrim, I wish I could chop some heads off because they are so damn annoying. And I think some of them try to steal from you, honestly. And you're telling me I can't get justice for that? They just run away.
Yeah, no. I'm letting you know right now in GTA, I'm running everything over. Anything and everything. NPC, player,
and then I'm gonna look in the rearview
Sasquatch running around. Don't matter.
I'm gonna look in the rearview mirror to check to see I ain't see nothing twitching.
And if I missed, I'm coming back around. I'm flipping the block.
Radio
Let me go
high.
What is it? I'm getting the phantom wedge. I'm gonna make sure everything is cleared off the street.
Yeah,
madness.
When I read that story, I was like, that's to be expected. I don't know. Anyway, the Crafton CEO called the game his child and asked for support as it improves. The game includes AI generated content, including textures, 3D objects, and Enzoi actions controlled by something called SLM technology. I saw something pretty interesting where you can take dances from like TikTok and like upload it to the game, and then your character will start imitating that dance, which is absolutely crazy, honestly.
That's wild to think about.
Yeah,
I mean,
like
that's kind of cool though. I mean,
yeah,
weird but cool.
They basically just call it uploading you can upload your own emotes basically.
Oh, bet.
Imagine if GTA had that.
Well, there'd be some vulgarity going on there. For sure.
There would need to be so many restrictions.
Yeah, it's gonna be rough.
My thing is, I don't understand why if you send a text to somebody with a curse word in GTA, it's censored, yet the game that we're playing is rated M. What are we doing?
First off, they're censoring names in cuss words. Have you listened to the GTA radio and some of the shit that comes on there? It is foul. It is so foul.
Yeah, it's crazy. Speaking of the GTA radio, I'm really excited to know what they're going to put on the radio. I know we're getting off track here, but that's one thing I am excited for is the music. Ghost, did you ever play Killzone back in the day?
No, I don't think I did.
It was
Listen, man, you know what I played back in the day? I played sports games and Gran Turismo. That's what I played back in the day.
Listen, I know you had a disgusting roster back in the day, but sometimes, maybe you tried a gym here and there.
Nah. No. That's crazy. That's messed up. No, but I don't think I played that.
Oh, okay. Killzone composer George DeMann, I hope that's how you say his name, wants the franchise to return and acknowledges fan petitions. He believes that a remaster collection would be more successful than a new entry. I don't want remasters. I want remakes. Come out with some remakes from the ground up and bring back some of these hard-hitting games that kind of got overlooked because something bigger came out. I think this is like the time now to let these games shine. That's why I was hyping so hard for like Titanfall, because that is something we don't need Titanfall now because Battlefield's coming out. But I'm saying, like, during them slow months.
I agree on both. Like, some of them I would like to have them remastered. Like, brutally honest, I would love to have Phantom Pain remastered. Like, just brought up just a little bit. Right. You know what I mean? To like more, modern type scale. But then again, I also just want a brand new Metal Gear. So I understand that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I would rather just have another Metal Gear.
Or like if they're not like they don't want to make a new Titanfall, can we get a remastered Titanfall then? Like, I think there should be some equal footing on kind of, if you don't want to add something to a series, then can we just get the banger remastered then? Because there are some holes in the gaming that would just be I would love to have some of these games back.
Right. Especially like towards the summer when, sometimes we have a drought.
Yes.
But yeah, Killzone had a real like a slower gameplay than Call of Duty, so it didn't really do well, trying to compete with that. Call of Duty was just a hard hitter. That plus Halo back in the day. I don't know if you know this, but Guerrilla Games are the ones who made Horizon Zero Dawn.
Yep.
They were the ones that made Killzone back in the day. That's why
Okay.
it was really weird to me when I saw like their logo flash up after the first Horizon Zero Dawn trailer was made. I was like, are you serious? Like, you guys are going this direction? But yeah, they made another great game, so kudos to them. It looks like Guerrilla Games, they're not really focused on Killzone right now. They probably got other stuff they want to work on. They probably want to focus more on the Horizon franchise, so probably won't see something like this anytime soon, but it would be nice to see. Multiple publishers are ready to delay their games to avoid a GTA 6 wipeout.
Oh, absolutely.
At least 3 major publishers are prepared to delay their game releases to avoid overlapping with GTA 6 launch. 2 live service developers also plan to shift major updates to avoid GTA 6 release window. It's official. GTA 6 obviously is set to release in fall 2025 with no exact date yet. Publishers are strategizing around possible late October or early November launch to avoid clashing with GTA 6 or Black Friday. A common concern is time, not money. The market's attention will be dominated by GTA 6. EA may end up delaying Battlefield based on GTA 6's release, which is absolutely insane to me. Those are 2 games in 2 completely different genres, and yet still EA feels the need to shift that game even further out.
I'm letting you know right now,
you
might as well
sense.
either push it out early or delay it, because when that hits the market,
it can't
tidal wave. Tidal wave. Like,
you might want to push that out towards June.
I mean, I don't know, brother. Depending on the, I mean, don't get me wrong, I like a Battlefield before GTA, but it's just gonna demolish everything.
Yes, I'm not really focused on playing anything else on GTA that day, or that week, that month.
That month. It's good. What? I'm glad I work from home. I gotta walk 10 feet and I'm back on. That's even if I turn it off. In between call, I'm doing heist.
That's if they even have those available at launch. That's another thing I'm worried about, the GTA Online release. Like, how much content and how many ways to make money will be available initially. That's what I want to know. But yeah, getting back to my notes here, EA delaying Battlefield. Analysts predict GTA 6 could generate 3.2 billion in its first year, potentially over 1 billion in pre-orders. Good God. Take-Two CEO Strauss Zelnick has said that Rockstar is expected to deliver something phenomenal. I can't wait. I have a lot of complaints about the way Rockstar does business and the way they communicate with the community, but one thing I can say above all else, when it comes to open world, I do not think anybody does it better. I think they are the top of the list when it comes to open worlds.
I will tell you
Can you think of anybody better?
I love the way they communicate. And by communicate, I mean they don't communicate at all. But they do open world games really, really well. I wish I had a better experience on Red Dead versus me getting ran over by a horse and a buggy, 3 minutes into it and being into a shootout and armadillo and just having a really rough time. But I actually really like the way Rockstar communicates. We're going to release a game, and that's it. Nothing else.
It has not given a single trailer since then. Like,
nope, that's it.
These GTA people are going insane over it.
Yeah, Mr. Boss for the win. 45 freaking videos a day. Ain't talking about nothing.
Right.
Crazy.
Nintendo Switch 2 pre-orders are set for April 2nd, according to Best Buy. Best Buy Canada briefly posted that Switch 2 pre-orders would be open on that day, same day as the Switch 2 Direct. The blog post was later removed, raising uncertainty about the date. It's unclear if other retailers will also start pre-orders on April 2nd. Best Buy US hasn't listed the pre-order date, but allows users to sign up for notifications. Switch 2 was obviously revealed earlier this year with a teaser trailer and a new Mario Kart game. Switch 2 Direct is scheduled for April 2nd. We've reported on this multiple times. Nintendo held a regular Direct on March 27th, showing over 30 minutes of upcoming Switch games. A new Nintendo Today smartphone app will deliver Switch 2 news after the April 2nd Direct. Nintendo will also host fan events across major cities worldwide starting April 4th through June 1st. They are gearing up for one of their greatest, probably one of their best console launches of all time. I always underestimate how popular Nintendo is, but God, people love Pokemon.
Super.
Right, it is extremely popular.
Super.
I just find it so funny that they are so stingy with all their titles, like so aggressively stingy, and do not want that Mario name mentioned anywhere. Like, you cannot even have mods with that Mario in it. Don't even think about it. They are coming after you hard. And then their whole shtick is like appealing to children. But behind the scenes, SWAT team through the roof.
I'm telling you. But you know what though? I get it, because Mario is that brand.
Right.
It is what it is, but
that is the face of that
God,
company.
ease off just a little bit. But you know what though? They can't let any form of that IP get out.
Right.
And I understand,
right.
like it sounds stupid, but that's like the Coca-Cola formula. You know what I mean? Like they're protecting that IP, its likeness, semi-likeness, anything is under wraps. Cease and desist immediately.
Right. It's like I said, it's literally the heart of that company. Like, and they are protecting it. It is gold to them. WB has canceled a paid DLC expansion for Hogwarts Legacy. DLC was meant to launch this year alongside a definitive edition of the game. WB has reportedly canceled it due to concerns over the content not justifying the proposed price. Warner Brothers declined to comment on the report. Don't cancel it. If it just, I don't understand. Why not just lower the price or just make it free? Like, I don't understand.
Just got to get that profit.
They just said cancel it altogether. I just feel like there was other options there before completely canceling. Like I said, Warner Brothers has declined to comment on the report. WB is restructuring its gaming division amid financial struggles. We already know why. I don't need to keep harping on Suicide Squad. But yeah, they have multiple game cancellations and studio closures. I'm still upset about Monolith getting shut down. Those are some talented people at that studio. Anyway, despite the DLC cancellation, WB considers Hogwarts Legacy and Harry Potter key assets. The sequel to Hogwarts Legacy remains a top priority for WB, with the original game selling over 30 million copies. Listen, I loved Hogwarts Legacy, and I'm also a really big Harry Potter fan. I got put in Slytherin twice after taking the test. I know where I belong. But I really did not enjoy Hogwarts Legacy, like, at all. Like, the best part of that game was like the first 2 hours, but afterward, where I felt like all of my exploration was just going to be around the school and like surrounding villages, I got bored so quick. And on top of that, the side quests didn't really have any depth to them. It was just like, go and fetch this for me and bring it back. I'm sorry, I'm already bored, and you want me to run over here, fight a couple of enemies, and come back?
Yep.
No.
Yep.
Yeah, no, I was actually disappointed in that one. I'm hoping that the next one they can do something better, or maybe I was just too old to enjoy it. I don't know. I just didn't really want to walk around the Hogwarts campus the whole damn time, and that's the only place I can explore. And on top of that, I've already done that in previous games on the PlayStation 2. I had the Chamber of Secrets game back in the day. Yes, I played those.
Bet you did.
But yeah, I was really hyped for that game, but it didn't deliver where it needed to be. But the small little 2 segments I had was that if you're wondering when we'll be getting The Witcher 4 or Naughty Dog's next game, Intergalactic, The Heretic Prophet, they're not releasing anytime before 2027. So you may as well just sit down, shut up, and buckle in, because we got a ways to go before we see those titles. They're not coming out anytime soon. They're gonna take some while in the oven. And they're probably not even coming out on these consoles to begin with. They're probably going to be like PlayStation, or launching with the PlayStation 6, depending on when that launches, and that's going to be $1,000 at base.
That's disgusting.
I'm not really prepared for how much. One thing I want to add on to the end of this segment is, what do we want out of this next console? Like, PlayStation already, the Pro is already doing ray tracing, and it looks gorgeous when the game has been optimized for the system. But like, what are we actually wanting out of this next console that I can't get out of a PC?
Well, and the rate that they're increasing the price of consoles, they're not far off from getting an entry-level PC at least. I mean, obviously nothing that's like the powerhouse PCs that you can get, because obviously they can scale up pretty quickly. But you can get an entry-level PC that's going to run most of these games for how much some of these freaking consoles are costing now.
Right.
And it almost would be better to get a PC, because now with everything on Steam and Game Passes and all of that, it's almost more lucrative just to get the freaking PC.
Exactly. And I also wondering, because I do like the fact that Xbox will include Steam as like an app on there. I'm really wondering if PlayStation is going to do the same thing and just have Steam up there, because they do have their exclusives on there. So why not just give people access to that? But yeah, I'm just really interested in how they're going to sell this next console, because there's people that still don't have PlayStation 5s.
That's a crazy thought. I mean, don't get me wrong, they are still, I mean, they're expensive, but
yeah,
we're on like we're on the Pro edition of the PS5. This has been out for a couple of years.
5 cycle.
But then again, I would think if you're not going to get a PS5, I mean, we're not too far off from getting the PS6. So, I mean, I understand holding off because, right?
Right. But you know
know.
us. It depends on what it looks like.
It needs to come out jet black.
My PlayStation has been black for so long, I forgot that I switched out.
I found the panels the other day, and I was like, "What the hell is this?" And I was like, "Oh, it's the original panels for the PlayStation."
I saw my sister's PlayStation. I was like, "Why is it white?" And I was like, "Oh, it originally came like that." And as soon as D-Brand came out with those panels, I immediately bought some. There's no way I'm not putting those on.
Yeah, no, it looks so much better in
Right.
like the matte black finish, 100%.
Absolutely.
And then got the black controller as soon as it released. Send that to me now.
Yep. But Ghost, did you have any other stories? Any tidbits? Thoughts? Concerns?
Nothing in the gaming. Just looking forward to a couple of games coming out here in the next couple of months, and I'm excited.
Yep, so am I. Can't wait to get back to Shadows, and we definitely got to finish Split Fiction. So we got a lot of goodness to dip our toes into. But,
yep. Path of Exile in a week. What? Okay.
We appreciate you guys for listening. Make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you always know when we post. And we will catch you guys later. See ya.
Deuces.